Well, hello, welcome back. This is Kermit D Streamer. So I did come back through and make one little change here. I put a snakeskin veil back in, and I took out this quilled charger. Um, Even though that kind of tweaks my creature count a little on the low side, um, the blow up potential from snakeskin veil is huge. Not only are you countering a spell that they probably spent a lot of mana on, but you're putting a counter on one of your creatures that could come into play to save the giant beaver in a combat. That could come into play to, protect one of my other guys. If they manage to pay the ward to try to kill my Spinewoods armadillo, um, Snakeskin Veil would thwart that. So it would just make it to where I just get a huge blowout whenever something like that happens. So we're going with that. And I'm looking back at this now. I'm wondering if I shouldn't get rid of Tornado to put in Rodeo Pyromancers or Reckless Lackey. And what I want to check real quick, I have one reach creature. I have the sharpshooters as reach creatures. So I'm probably going to regret this later, but I think the situational upside on Tornado is probably less good than having another body on the ground. 3/4. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with that, and now we're ready to play some games. So first match with this deck. Here we go. Ooh, I forgot to save that last change. Now, just without a doubt, I'm going to lose horribly to something like the Rakdos Lord or something big and nasty with flying. That's just how things go. But that doesn't make that, if that does happen, that doesn't make my decision right or wrong necessarily. It just makes me feel bad about it later. So I mean, I don't think I made like the best choice, but I do think it was a choice that I could make, and at this moment in time, I would make the exact same one again. So they're off to a good start here with Desert and a 1-drop. So right here, I have the option to do the Coyote or the Robbery, and I'm going to go Coyote because I get to hit him for 3 on the back of that Coyote, it's only other creature. I forgot the +1/+1 only goes to other creatures. So hitting him for 2 just starts things rolling. I knew he was probably going to get a blocker, but on the off chance that he didn't get a blocker, it just would have been really good stuff for me to do that. So right here, because I don't... So I have options. I could plot my Highway Robbery. I could cast my Highway Robbery, discarding a forest. I could search for a basic land with my armadillo. None of those things seem that exciting. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack here and give him the chance to lose his Vault Buster to the Throw from the Saddle. I could have just killed it with Explosive Derailment, but I have a feeling that there'll be something more of a threat that I could kill with that Explosive Derailment, and if they're playing blue-white, there's a good chance they're going to be playing some artifacts. And here we go. I like this a lot. I do think I made the right choice based on this now. Killing that Gem Lightfoot, it's a big deal because if he ever passes the turn at all without casting a spell, he's going to get cards back. There we go. So two flying creatures so far. One that would not have been a good target for Tornado. Another that would have been. Loan Sharks come in. That's not a big problem. So I'm gonna plot this. Oh dang it! I always do that. I always hit the wrong button. That's okay. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. This is nice. So now I've got Snakeskin Veil as a backup plan for if they try to kill some of my stuff. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to, but some sort of blowout card that would hit both creatures could be thwarted a little bit by this. Oh, Fibblethip. He's not a very good card, very slow card, but he does get to gain a card from his Loan Shark. And now, basically, every top card, he can look at his top card, and every card that's there has plot for its mana cost. So he just gets an alternative way to cast his stuff, which, over time, is pretty good. Pretty straightforward. I could either cast the Armadillo here, or I could Hell to Pay that Loan Shark and get in there. I think I'm going to go ahead and make the Armadillo, because I don't think he's going to have something that can kill it. And then next turn, all I have to do is leave a green mana open, and this thing's protected till the end of time. Well, against a one-shot anyway. And then I've got Hell to Pay at the ready for when I need it. This is kind of, Hell to Pay is kind of not that impressive, because whatever they've got, you're probably spending more mana than they are. But the hopes here is that you are going to be getting some treasures out of the deal. Now with my highest casting cost creature already in play, and not a whole heck of a lot of ways to draw extra cards, at this point 6 mana kind of is all I ever need. But it still may come into play that it would be a good idea to be able to Hell to Pay something and get some treasure out of the deal. So I think pretty simple. We just get in there with the Armadillo. Probably going to chump block, and that's okay if he does. Right now, this is definitely his board. I mean, I may have more beef on the table, but he's getting to basically effectively draw an extra card at least a turn. He just made a flash flyer. That's a problem. That's a good flyer, too. I haven't even seen this card yet. Hexproof as long as you haven't cast a spell, so it's hard to deal with, too. And now I can't really attack with my Armadillo pretty much ever again until that thing's taken care of. Because he can't, I can't handle 5 damage a turn, so he's going to tether here. He has the 3 mana, so if he targets the Armadillo, I gotta make him pay the ward. So he's got to pay for it. And then, I don't think so, dude. So now he's all tapped out, and I've got an 8/8 instead of a 7/7. Now he probably, there's like 3 different Oblivion Rings this set, so the odds of him not having another at some point are very slim. But I just got to play however I'm going to play. So I'm going to click on the correct side this time, so I'm going to plot this Coyote. Adding the Coyote to the board now doesn't matter, but if I get something bigger, like it'd be great to draw my Beaver here, because then I can put it into play, I can saddle it, and then I can also grow it a little bit on the swing. So I cannot target the Stoic Sphinx. That's the only thing I'm interested in killing right now. I would very much like to kill it, but as long as he hasn't cast a spell, I can't do so. So I'm kind of dead in the water here. The other thing I could have done was let him tether my Armadillo and then just varminted it back. That actually probably would have been better, because he might have screwed up and attacked. Well, I was tapped out. Well, no, I wasn't, because I was able to test the Snakeskin Veil. So, yeah, I could have done that. And it probably was the better play, to tell the truth. Hold on to that Snakeskin Veil as long as possible. But I don't feel bad about what I did there. So this is where Fibblethip is really shining. He just got to cast 2 more cards deeper into his library that weren't really going to affect the board now, but they'll probably affect it plenty good later. Also, it allowed him to activate his Canyon Grab, so he's just getting deeper and deeper into his library. So what I've got to start thinking about here is, can I beat him by decking? So if I can just hold off against him, will that be enough? I mean, it's hard because he's getting access to way more resources every single turn. but I don't really have anything else I can do. So one of the things I can do right here, I'm just going to go ahead and hell to pay, getting rid of that shark. Yeah. And we're just going to use all our mana because we have nothing to do with it anyway. We'll get some treasures out of the deal. And what I'm doing here is basically with his one canyon crab activation, he has just enough to be able to kill the armadillo. But if it stays the size that it is, and he's got to block it, he's got to give up his whole board to do so. So now I can attack with the 9/9, and if he has some sort of trick, I would like that pumps his guys, he might be able to do something. But it would be weird, and he couldn't target me. But now he's going to target me probably with the thing that exiles a tapped creature, and I'm going to cry. This tells us that he might not have it, which is good, but he did get to draw so many extra cards. He still got Fibblethip helping him out. He drew another card and take the fall. He didn't even bother casting that, did he? Oh. Fella mighty, are you serious? I figured he had a Wrath. He had to, right? So I feel bad about playing my Coyote, because now I can't get back on this board. I can't get back in this game, really. I mean, acting like I should have known that was a possibility. No, there's no way. So now we're going to Rise of Vermins. We're going to do the best we can with that. I mean, this right here, I'd say this game was definitely lost to Fibblethip. Because his deck did exactly what it was supposed to do with that kind of card. Stabilize, and you know, he had a couple of guys that he could just chump with for a few turns. I guess I maybe could have killed the key to the vault or something. Maybe that's what I missed. There's another gem lightfoot. It's so easy to get these uncommons this set. They seem to be one of the things that is really important too. So, well, we got nothing to do. We're gonna lose next turn if we don't all-out attack, and I mean, we can't win that way either. So, best thing I can do is try to kill a thing. So we die on the attack back, so that's just him getting way more cards than me. I see that this could be a problem in any future matches as well, because I don't really have any way to refill my hand with this deck. I'm going to go ahead and look back at the stuff I have. Looking at this Reckless Lackey, but I don't know what to take out for it. Yeah, I don't really have anything. Yeah, there's not really anything to do here. I don't think. We'll just go with it. The goal here is to try to get 3 of these in real quick. Maybe we'll get them all if we just lose right away. So we got our Spinewoods Armadillo early. We got Prickly Pear as a turn 3 play. I love to have a turn 2 play, but Hell to Pay will hopefully take care of any early like problem drops from the opponent. So here we're going to go ahead and get the 2 in. No, we'll go ahead and blot it. That's one of the things I've noticed about this block is you almost always should plot the things. Oh, Michael's got an interview over there. I didn't realize. I wouldn't be doing this if I knew. Okay, so this is nice. I'll make the Prickly Pear, and I would really be fine with him blocking me. But I also am really fine with getting extra damage in, so This is one of my favorite cards right now. Like, if I'm in green, this is a thing that I want to have. The Stubborn Burrow Fiend. Lets you mill your deck. Oh god. Everybody gets plenty of these Miriams. She's going to get held to paid for sure. And that is going to get us to where we can cast the Armadillo too, I think. Because we're going to go up a mana. And then the next land drop will buy us our Armadillo. So we'll just go ahead and get that damage in there. This makes it harder and harder for him to keep attacking too with this Burrow Fiend. Okay, that's not bad. And yeah, definitely should do that. So here, definitely pop in that Armadillo. Man, it sure would be nice if I still had the Coyote to bear. But so with 3 mana, there's not really any interaction he's going to have against this. Now, it's very important that I don't block because he can like Giant Growth his guy if he's got some sort of Giant Growth spell. But I can't even think about the cards that can answer this Armadillo that costs 4 mana. And this is an instant. So what I want to do here on my turn, see, since he's tapped out, I would block him if he attacks, but he's not going to attack. But what he's probably going to want to do here is he's going to want to block me. And the beautiful thing is, as an instant, I'm going to explosively derail one of his guys, and then he's just going to lose his whole board pretty much if he does block. So this is good. Like, we're trading here, he's jumping there. So this tells me that he might have an answer for my Armadillo. I don't like that, but let's go ahead and clear his board and bring something else to the table. Now I have no cards in hand, and problem with this deck, no way to refill. You know, I can draw a highway robbery and sacrifice a land. That's like the only thing I've got. I mean, I want to be hellbent for Stingerback Terror, and I would just want to have a full graveyard. Ooh, this is nice. So now I've got my Snakeskin Veil up to protect anything. I probably should have murked right here. But I mean, I'm doing lethal anyway, so he's got to block me. And I'll tell you what I should have done is attack with both these other guys just to bring that life total down. Because a land and an Oblivion Ring would do the trick. Dust Animus, he's not getting to do it with the lifelink. So that's unfortunate for him. So nobody's interacting with this Armadillo. So that's one of the sort of secret weapons of this deck is if I can motor out an Armadillo, like, it's very hard to interact with. So this is great. I'm going to get a treasure from Jolene, and now I'm going to go ahead and attack with everybody like I should have done in the first place. He has to block that Armadillo or he dies. So, and now it's just like a board wipe is the only thing that really... Okay, good to go. Alright, so we're 1-1 with this deck so far. Alright, what are they going to bring us this time? Okay, we got Varmint on turn 2. Not an exciting card, but a playable one. We got a red-green desert deck. Ooh, we get to bring out Jolene. That's nice. She likes to have something else do the attacking, but in a pinch she'll do it just fine. Got our Varmint. we're going to get to plot our sharpshooter, hopefully to good effect. This color pairing is probably going to have some backsides, but you know, they're going to have things like Jolene's and other cards that only have 2. I think they made careful, they took careful care to have a lot of some of the stronger creatures actually only have 2 toughness. You know, like you've got that black ambush worm that's a 6/2 or a 5/2, something like that. So, not thrilled to send her in. I don't know, I can't think of what they would have to punish me for this, but we'll at least get a treasure out of it. That gets us closer to casting Armadillo. And what I really want, there is a flash creature. That sucks. So this is lame. So he got this guy, and he is going to get to block, and he will block. Well, actually, maybe not, because I can still use the ping ability without even taking anything else from my hand. So, I mean, it's still a good play for him. The other thing that I could do is I could Hell to Pay it. And I think that's actually the right thing to do. Because then I go up enough treasures to cast my Armadillo early. And then if he does manage to deal with the Armadillo, then I've got the Terror coming out soon thereafter. So we'll Hell to Pay. Go up a bunch of treasure. And next turn that just gives me the ability to make the Armadillo. He does have access to black, which sucks. That means he could have a sacrifice spell, so maybe we don't make the Armadillo first. Let me think here. Cactarantula, good card. Yeah, I still think we make the Armadillo. Let him have the thing that kills me. Yeah, that does it. I mean, the odds were high that he had it. Something. Oh, there we go. A turn too late. So we're on the back foot here. That Cactarantula is going to cause us lots of trouble. So that guy's very tiny right now. He's at 3/3. So we do this, I think. I don't like it, because we basically have to take that other 6. That Rattle Room's insane at 4 mana. That's just bonkers. Good rare. So he attacks here, puts me down to 4, so I really can't take any more hits. The nice thing here is I do get the 2 extra red mana. What if this is a case for making the sharpshooter? Without casting it. No, it's going to be important to kill that Wolverine with the sharpshooter mana, so I think I'm just going to cast Highway Robbery. Should I plot it? I think I'm just going to cast it. I'll pitch a forest. Ooh, now I've got my own throw from the saddle. That's interesting. That's a sorcery. So I basically have to block with my Stable Master or make make the terror as a 4/4. I don't like my options here. I think I'm gonna put the, nope. I just don't like anything about this game. Now should I go up a desert? Oh, puts me down to 3. Not good. Oof. That's tough. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just got me next turn no matter what. I can't do enough in that turn. So one of the things I can do here is hope he attacks. Hope he has nothing left in hand. And then, depending on how he orders the blockers, I might be able to save the Pyromancer, which would be really sweet, but no, he ordered it the correct way. So my best bet is to save the Stablemaster, because it's the only card I can save. I kill his Spider, but then this Pulverizer pretty much probably kills me no matter what. Stablemaster. So a thing I can do here that works is I can make the terror. It's going to be a 5/5, and then I can throw from the saddle to kill the Pulverizer. Doesn't have ward or anything, so that works. I should have used the treasure. Auto tapper could have killed me. But I'm sitting on 1 life now. Okay. Big old 10/10, scary. So Dance of the Tumbleweeds. I've been underestimating this card. It's insane. I think it's because when I look at it, I think, oh, it's going to be, you know, my 3. But it's quite powerful as a 5, and it's quite powerful as a 7. Or math. It's not my thing. And then let's go ahead and make our prickly pear. That gives us a chump blocker. Puts us down to make this guy the full 7/7. I don't think we've won, but this is our path to victory if there's going to be one. All it takes from him is something that gives his guy trample, and I'm toast. So we're going to do what we can. There's a joke about this guy. Our 3 casting cost 6/7. He's actually 3 casting cost 7/8. Oh no, he's out of deserts. Okay. I mean, that's still nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and play that so that we got our 7/7. We can't attack into that, but we can attack in the air all day long. We might steal victory with this Scorpion Dragon here. That's the only way we're winning it. Block here. Block there. Man, I actually do have a fair amount of reach. I'm glad I got rid of Tornado. I didn't remember that this Stablemaster has reach. So if he has no answer for the terror, I win here, even if I can't ditch what I draw, because 6 is enough to win. Unless he's got some sort of weird way to gain life. Nope, he doesn't. So we're going to go ahead, because we have time to get 1 more in. Because generally speaking, these drafts tend to be 9 games at most. So if we do 4, we've done half. So roughly half. So we've got two wins and 1 loss so far. 1 more game, and then I'll cut this recording short for now. Finish the rest later. This guy, never concede. You know, there's value in that. Back in the old days, playing Magic Online, a lot of times things would happen. You know, somebody would disconnect at the last minute, and if you conceded, oftentimes you'd miss out on the random times that fate would make you win. Oh, dang, that's a powerful 2-drop. Do I have an answer for it? No. So I'm going to go ahead and plot, click it correctly this time. Plot highway robbery. You almost always should be plotting it, unless you draw it like, you know, turn 6 or something. Yeah, he's definitely got me on the back foot so far. This is going to go pretty good though. Now that I've got the bandit, I could discard a mountain to draw some extra cards. The only reason I would want to do that is to possibly get a snakeskin veil, and I don't think I really need that bad enough. So I'm just going to pass. So when I cast Throw from the Saddle, it's a crime, so it'll untap the Bristle Bandit. So I effectively have 5 mana right now if one of the things I'm going to do is play Throw from the Saddle. I think it's just going to be sticking out the Rodeo Pyromancers next turn, though. This is a stalling board, and I'd say it's his game right now. I don't see anything that makes me think I'm ahead. I love the idea of getting the beaver out, though, because it is a mountain and it will get bigger. I just have a feeling it's going to get killed. But at least here I'm passing the turn, representing that I could have a snakeskin veil up. And that makes it at least somewhat less likely that they would try to kill it. I mean, a good player would try anyway. But I actually don't know what the card is that would do the job right here for 3 mana. I just don't know. Don't have the set memorized well enough yet. Alright, yeah, fine, very good. Okay, so this is going to be... Oh, so he's just tapping me down. That's fine. He's just going to get to hit me here. Ooh, got one of my snakeskin veils. Ooh, all 3 of my removal spells. Tapping me down. Okay. So he's going to hit me for 7, which is respectable. But it's going to be beaver time now. So I need 3 to saddle it. Should I kill? Probably the Hustler. Shackle Singer's a good other one. So I get to untap. Go ahead and play my Highway Robbery, sacrificing a forest. And then I'll swing with the Beaver. Still think it's his game. That Shackle Singer's probably going to do some work for him if the Deep Muck Desperado doesn't. Oh, there we go. Remember I said something about Tornado? Okay, so what can we do? Let's make our Prickly Bear. Hey, why didn't I get my +1/+1 counter from the Giant Beaver? Huh. Did I forget to saddle it? Oh, I think I did forget to saddle it. I mean, I probably shouldn't have saddled it, to tell you the truth. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm so far behind on this board. Rise of the Varmints is doing nothing for me in this game. I don't think it's as good a card as I thought it was, at least not in this particular build. Seems suspect. Ooh, he got my terror. Maybe he gave me a chance to get a reach creature. That's basically what I'm hoping for at this point. Why wouldn't I block the slinger? That does not seem like a good attack to me. I mean, it does put me down to a point to where he can win if I have no way to stop his flyers, which I have no way to stop his flyers, so... but I also have the ability to at least represent that I could kill him right here. So let's do this. Go ahead and make a bunch of varmints. Yeah, I did that wrong. That's okay. He just blocks the beaver with the brigand and takes 6 and whoa. So this is a never concede. He had this game. That was absolutely his game. All he had to do was block my biggest thing, take 6 and win. So way to go, never concede. So I mean, I'm not gonna harp on that guy though, because I've made plenty of mistakes that are worse than that. You've seen them if you watch my channel. So let's see, what time is it? We can go ahead and do one more, but after that I really do have to stop. Gotta do stuff with the kids and find out why my phone's buzzing over there as well. Alright, one more and then we'll call it a video. That'll allow me to do the other smaller half. Maybe later tonight, maybe first thing in the morning tomorrow. It's almost the month of May. Alright, I don't like this hand one bit. I've got a coyote on turn 2, and I just gotta cross my fingers and hope that my 24% chance to draw a forest, or so 27% chance, so 1 in 3 chance. So in 3 cards, I have a good likelihood of getting a forest. No, can't do it. And here, this is actually a decent hand, so I'm gonna pitch the Pyromancers. I'm on the draw, so this is actually kind of okay. I don't like a fast start from an aggressive deck, but this is okay. I've got Highway Robbery to try to refill. And this deck does seem to focus around having 4 mana, which is probably a bad thing, but Hard Bristle Bandit arriving on turn 2 really makes it all click here. That Rambling Possum is a problem because it's got 3 instead of 2 toughness, but we get to play out our beaver a turn earlier. Argument could have been made for making the Trailblazer right there, or playing Derailment on the possum. But I like what I did here, although he does get to attack now with a 4/5 if he saddles, which he did not do. So this is a challenging place to be right here. So I think what we do is scry, or surveil. We're not really interested in that forest. Make a red. And I'm going to derail the possum, I think, because costs 2 to saddle the charger. And while it does attack as a bigger creature at 5/4, I want him to tap his board down. Yeah, I think that's the play. I get to untap the bandit. And then I think, see what he does. If he just trades with my beaver. I don't think that's like a really good play or anything. But I'm going to get to plot my Trailblazer onto a relatively empty board. And then that just hopefully guarantees that I get to draw cards. Although we talked about this, I think, before. And then I only have 2, 3, 4 other things that allow me to get cards from that. But that's okay. I'm not in a hurry here. I'll go ahead and plot this. Use this mana. And I'll just attack with the bandit. What's he making? Beastbound Outcaster. Good card. Not one I want to try to out-trump at the moment. Ankle Biter. Yeah, we got ourselves a little Mexican standoff here. So let's do this first. Hold up. Nope. Yeah. Let's go ahead. I shouldn't have sacrificed the land on board. I should have tapped it first. That's what I was trying to go do. It's not the end of the world though. Oh, this is great. So now I can cast this guy for free. Then make Jolene. Then I get to draw a card right away. Oh, this is just bonkers. It's a 5/5. I get to draw another card, right? Yep. Then I get the scoop. So that's it. So I like what's going on here. I do feel like I've had moments of saying I wish I had Tornado, but I've also had some things that could not have been dealt with by the Tornado. So I like where we're at. We're at 4-1. That's a good record. If I lose from here out, I basically gain 1,400 gems, which is a benefit because I only paid $13.50, I think, to play. So that's a good time to stop. Thank you. It's been fun streaming with you. I'll be back for more.